Hello, everyone. It's Jean from the Inky studio. I think I got my voice back, or at least I'm feeling much, much better. Took a while, but yeah, it still gets a little froggy, but not as bad as it was, that's for sure. So, what I'm going to do today is show you how I am going to sew in the signatures with the jacket that we made in the last episode. Um, I just thought I would just show you how I'm doing it. I don't think there's probably just one way to do it, but I will show you my way. So the first thing I want to do is I want to sort of secure this jacket to the cover a little bit. And I'm just going to use, this is only just to tack it in place. It's not to make anything permanent. I'm just going to take a glue stick and I'm just going to run it here along that spine area. And I think the glue stick is sufficient. I didn't want to put a heavy glue on here like Fabri-Tac because sewing through it, I wasn't sure if it would make the needle gummy or something like that. So I'm just using something lightweight, and it doesn't need to be heavy anyway. So we'll just put it right here in the middle, like so. Okay. So that is in the middle there, and I'm just going to press it down. And then I'm also going to take some clips here. Got these dollar store clothespin clips, which aren't good for too many things, but I think it would work for this. And I'm just going to clip it on here just to keep it. This is just to keep it from shifting. All right, so that's been prepared. Now I'm going to take my signature. I'll just get the middle of that. And I'll just get the middle. And then I'm doing the 5-hole pamphlet stitch. So I usually come down about about 3/4 of an inch here on the top and bottom. And then I go about 1.5 or 1.25 this way. So right about here. And these can vary. There is no rule as to how far anything needs to be, but that's just kind of what I do. Just kind of keep it look somewhat even because you are going to see the stitches on the outside. So I do kind of want them to be somewhat evenly paced. And then I'm just going to go through, I'm going to make my holes with my awl or any kind of a sharp device you might have. Let's get through here. So here are my holes all made there. I'm going to take my jacket, which, the glue should have dried pretty much by now. And then I'm going to align the edge up here, and I'm going to go an even distance from this score line that we made. So score line is right along here, and I'm just, maybe like 1/4 of an inch in, maybe not quite. And I'm going to go ahead and mark where the holes are, and I can tell the holes because they're just a little bit punched out there. Okay, I'm just going to mark the holes to be good there, and then I'm going to come back in and go through to the outside. So now the holes have been put in to match this guy here. And now we're just going to I'm going to lay this in, and I'm going to go into the middle one first, like so. And sometimes it's kind of hard when you're dealing with cloth because it kind of seems to heal up after you poke the hole in there a little bit. So we want to make sure we get through here and right out there. Okay. There. I'm going to come through and I'm going to have the middle one in there. And I need to save a tail, a bit of a tail behind. And now what I want to do is, once I get that put in there, I want to stabilize my signature. So let me just do this. Clip that down there. Okay. All right. And then we will come through to here and find the hole and just start putting it in. There we go. So probably would do well to have a little sharper needle than I have, but that's okay. There, and we'll just come back up here through this hole again. All right, seems to be a little more difficult to find that guy. Might have to do this. So going through the quilting and the fabric is a bit of a challenge, and that's really where my challenge is at, is because you can make a hole, but it seems like in fabric it can move around quite a bit. So that's my challenge right now. So there we go. All right, now we got that in there like so. We'll tighten it up and come in through here. So there. And we'll come up through here. So like I say, the fabric, going through all those layers is a little bit of a challenge. This would be much easier if I was dealing with a harder surface. But that's how it is. It's not impossible. Just takes a little bit of maneuvering around. Yay. So that's done. And go through here. And we're done. As soon as I get through this guy here. Hope this isn't too... It's probably difficult enough to see. I know I have to maneuver things and I'm not really paying as good attention to where I am on camera as I probably should be. Sorry about that. But I think you get the gist of what needs to be done. Alright, I'm just going to come up to here and then try to find it like this. Oh, it's a little bit better. There we go. There, that worked really well. So here is our first signature in. Tighten it nice. Oops. Well, I'm all thumbs. Let's get that through there. There we go. So we'll tie a square knot. And it is done. I'm leaving my strings down there so I can put down a charm. So these then are in. Now when I sew in the next one, what I'll need to do is I'll need to clip all of this together here. All this, this whole signature I need to clip together to keep it away from where I need to be working there. Alrighty. Okay, so that is secured in. So the next one will actually be a little bit easier, just because you know we've got the jacket now secured the into the cover. And so on the second one, what I like to do before I put in my holes is I take each page, I put my finger in the middle of the middle page, and I just take each one individually and just stack it up there so that each one is just where it should be, right there, you know, in that middle seam. You know, look at the different lengths. Is it long enough this way? And there we go. So that I can get that seam as point on as I can, the crease in there. So all the creases match up pretty well. Okay, you can see I kind of added some stitching since the last time I spoke with you. Okay, so now I know that this is lined up very carefully, and I'll start putting in my clips up here, and well, I guess I might as well use these. Put in my clips so that it's very stable. All right, so that's real stable there. And go back in, and then I'm just going to do what I did with the other one. So let me do that off camera, and then when I sew this one on, I'll come back. So when I put mark the holes for these signatures, I made sure that the holes I put in this signature align with the one in the other one, right? Because I did the exact same measurements, so they should align. And so when I went to poke the holes in, I made sure that they're really close to the ones that are marked for here. You know, I could have, instead of measuring, I could have went in and marked it according to this one, and then poked the holes from this side in. I mean, I could have done that. So like I said, there's more than one way to do these things. So I've threaded it up. Now, because we have this out of the way, we're able then to pretty much work with this, and plus the jacket is already secured in by the first stitching. It does make it a little easier. Oh yeah, and always make sure that, oops, see, look what I just did, people. I was getting ready to put this in upside down. Ha ha ha. Yep. It has happened before in the past. Hasn't happened for a very long time, but because of course I'm doing this on camera, that's when it's going to happen. So always check to make sure that you have everything in the right way. Always important. We'll put the tail out here, and I will just proceed with doing this. All right, everything is sewn in. It's all finished as far as the sewing goes. The only thing that I would say, I mean, I think I mentioned this before when I was making the jacket, is that you could take cardstock and wrap it around each signature separately, and then sew it in that way, just as if it was, the cardstock was part of the signature. You could definitely do it that way. What I like about putting the spine in there was you don't add any bulk you take away the bulk that the cardstock would put inside the middle of the journal, and the pages tend to lay a little flatter, a little easier, because sometimes when you wrap that cardstock around the signature, it makes the signature want to kind of close up a little bit, but I don't think it's that huge of a deal. Anyways, so I just thought I would show you how I put that in. then you can make a judgment whether you want to do this or not. It is a little fiddly, I will have to say. Uh, Sewing it in, it was, and I think a lot had to do with the soft cover. I mean, soft covers tend to be a little bit more fiddly in that way. But anyways, so that's it for that. I have to finish the front cover of it. I think somebody in the comments asked if they can copy my cover, and of course you can. Um, it's, I'm flattered that you would want to do that. So yeah, you can totally do it this way. I do like the ticking. I think the pink ticking is really kind of fun in a vintage type of a theme in there. So that's it for today. I hope you have a great evening, and I will talk to you real soon with a flip through, and then I'll be starting a new project. So you take care. Bye.